Welcome, everyone. Welcome to VW MOOC 24 and our third week. And we're actually ending our third week. And our guest speaker today is Dr. Valerie Hill. And you can see Valerie there. Going to say a few words, if you don't mind, about you, Val. So Val, well, what can I say? There's so many things that you do, Val. Dr. Valerie Hill is a library and information science educator with a research focus on the intersection of information literacy and global digital participatory culture. She has taught at all age levels, served as a school librarian, and is a National Writing Project trainer. Working in virtual worlds for the past 15 years, her focus has been providing virtual worlds resources and achieving immersive learning experiences through machinima. Fascinated with rapidly changing digital culture, Val has adopted the terms meta-literacy and meta-modernism as the metaverse evolves. In both the physical and virtual worlds, Val mentors all age groups in meta-literacy and technology skills. Val, or Valibrarian in Second Life, helps coordinate the Virtual World Education Consortium, which is archived on the Community Virtual Library website. So it's a great pleasure to have you once again. And today we're going to take a look at a very special tool. I'm going to leave that to you. So thank you, Val.
Thank you, Nellie. I'm going to share my screen and show you how virtual worlds can be used for younger people. Even kindergartners are in the metaverse. So let me share my screen and make sure I can show you Minetest. Okay, save my control and sharing my sound. Now, you should be able to see the virtual world of Minetest. And this is very similar to Minecraft. If you have a child or you yourself have explored Minecraft, it's a building block world where you build everything in little blocks. This is the VWEC headquarters for Minetest Club. And the reason I'm sharing this, this tool here and this entire world is free. Educators don't want to invest in applications and pay for them when they're not really sure how to use them or if they're even going to use them with their students. Everything that educators learn here in Minetest will transfer over to Minecraft, should their school district use Minecraft. Since I'm a librarian, the first thing I wanted to build, although one of the students built this little railroad track that I'm climbing over, first thing I wanted to build was a library. So here's the VWEC library, the Virtual World Education Consortium Library. You can see right there on screen. Virtual World Education Consortium Library with real books. Students can create these books. You can read them. This one has tasks on how to do things. One of the students went upstairs and made other levels even higher. One of my oh, and here's Sue Moon. Yay! Sue Moon is here. She's the director of the Info Center at the Virtual Worlds Education Consortium. And this is her cottage. Now, she may not know we're in Zoom. And I'm going to check the chat and just see if she might be coming here. You can see there's my inventory. I put that up. You can see what I have. I don't see Sue Moon yet in, let's see if she's coming. Hopefully she will come to Zoom, but we'll see. All right, Sue Moon may follow me. And I'm going over to, we have a computer lab. You can create anything in these worlds. Here's a computer lab, complete with computers. Kids have fun building all of these things, a 3D printer. But I'm shortly going to show you my PowerPoint to tell you, why am I even here? What are all these things? Why am I in this virtual world? And this is a teleporter. I'm going to stop for a second and go to my PowerPoint. which I believe Nellie showed me a way to do. I just go over here and look for my screen, if I can find it. Okay. We changed our settings a little bit. My screen, let's see. Things are in the way, my meeting, my screen. It doesn't show, so I'll just have to go this way. Just take a second. Hide meeting. Continue. Okay, I'll go here. Now, Nellie, can everybody see my PowerPoint? I've gone to PowerPoint here. Hopefully you can see. It's called Minetest, Sustainable Virtual Library Project. Social media is very disposable. The endless scroll, delete, delete, scroll. Virtual worlds provide sustainable virtual spaces where kids can come and continue to build, and they can continue to learn and build together. Okay, so Moon is texting me. I'm going to tell her go into Zoom. Look at the multitasking we're doing here. Go into Zoom. It's on the schedule. On the MOOC schedule. Okay. All right, so hopefully she can find us. So I'm working with teachers around the world to talk about sustainability, not just in our physical world, which is huge, how we want to sustain our planet, but also in our virtual world. And why would we choose a world like Minecraft or Minetest? First, because even as young kids, they can learn coding skills, which are a new important literacy, a language. And secondly, you can teach any subject here. You can teach math, science, history, reading, writing, all of the different things that you want to teach kids. You can bring them into these worlds, like Minetest. Collaborative learning. They learn to work as a team. And they can learn digital citizenship, which is my passion. You'll learn more about that today. And they can learn new literacies, meta-literacy, which is a word for literacy across the globe in digital virtual spaces with digital and virtual communities. So this is the sustainable virtual library here in Minetest. As I said, it's needed both in the physical and virtual world. And it requires good citizenship to think about sustainability, both in the physical and in the virtual world. We are physical world citizens that are kind to each other with our physical bodies. We are also digital citizens in our online spaces and in the metaverse. This is the wheel that I often share when I do guest lectures in Second Life and other virtual worlds. Look at this wheel. There are 8 overarching concepts: digital identity, digital rights, digital literacy, digital communication, digital emotional intelligence, digital security, digital safety, and digital use. These come from the Digital Citizenship, the DQ Institute, which has to do with digital intelligence. There are other models of digital citizenship, but this one really is visual, and it digs into all these different elements and concepts that we are personally responsible for, even kindergartners. Now, how can you explain this to a kindergartner? Well, that's what I'm trying to do in Minetest, and I'll show you how I'm beginning to do that. What does it mean to be a digital citizen? I'll take you into the Digital Citizenship Center in a minute and show you all of these little books that can show at a kid's level what's digital identity, what's digital communication, all of these concepts. And we're creating a digital citizenship dictionary so that they can put it in their own words, not in grown-up language. Example, what is digital identity? My avatar is the same in every virtual world I go to. I'm an educator and a librarian. I'm not really a gamer, but to kids, these virtual spaces appear to be games. The first thing they want to do is build and create, and then kill the zombies and the tree monsters that come out at night, which is fun. But that's not who they are. They need to realize that you can learn here. It's not all just about fighting and killing zombies. So the question that they might ask for digital identity, who are you online? Are you the same person everywhere you go? In games, at play, at school, at work? What is role play? Be kind and clear about who you are. Many teenagers think they're anonymous online, and that leads to bullying. Nobody's going to know what I'm saying, but that's not true. You are who you are everywhere, and you can harm others if you don't understand digital citizenship. Before I go any further, I want to show you a little child's voice talking about it. This is a 7-year-old, so I'm going to stop talking and let you hear a 7-year-old explain Minetest.
And it's pretty bright because you saw all those torches. And if you've seen this video but you don't have Minetest,
There it is.
download it because it's so fun.
The Snowy Mountain's beautiful at night, and it's big. You can go inside it.
We're gonna take the underground route.
This way.
Which
Oh, good. The
is
sun's coming up too.
Kind of hard to find, but it's still extremely fun. This is the underground tunnel that will bring you
Oops.
to the castle.
Sorry.
I mean, I just like this better than plainly walking to the front door. There's no doorbell, so just walk in. And this is the ice rink. It's so fun. I just don't really, I kind of want to stop this video so I can play on it. Yahoo!
Can you climb on top of the mountain?
Yep. You can climb on the top
How do you get up there?
by finding the ladder, which is right here. I almost went past it. So there's snow-covered trees, and there's the castle. So, here are the books.
What are these books about?
They're about things you need to know
To be a digital citizen?
to be a digital citizen.
Can I read one?
Yeah, you can read which one? One,
How about
two,
1, 2, or 3?
1, 2, or 3. Which one? I guess I'll just choose 2.
2 says digital rights. You have a right to have freedom in this game and the right for people to respect you. They have the right for you to respect them. Did you write that?
Yeah, I wrote this.
Can I see number 3?
Okay.
Digital footprints. Don't sneak bad stuff because you will get caught. You will leave footprints, and technically it's like you are stuck in quicksand and you are on repeat. Did you write that?
Yeah.
I think number 8 was ready over here, wasn't it? Can you tell me what 8 is?
Digital use.
What is that?
Digital use is screen time, basically. What about screen time? You need to take breaks to get exercise. And technically, you're kind of a couch potato if you don't.
Oh, you don't want to be a couch potato.
Yep.
Thank you. I love this digital citizenship underwater ice cave.
And don't forget to read 1. We're just not going to read it right now.
Are you going to come back and write more?
Yep. Very soon. Oh, I just love this ice rink. Okay. Now I'm going to go show you the nether.
All right, I'm going back to Minetest. Let's see if I can get back to Minetest. So, my screen meeting, we're trying to, Nellie just showed me how to hide and share a meeting, but it makes it really hard because I cannot find Minetest at all. Hopefully you could hear that child talking about the virtual world. And I'm going to stop sharing screen and go back to my PowerPoint, because hopefully you'll be able to see Minetest here. Share Minetest. All right. And I'm sorry if I stopped the video. Going to look at chat in Zoom might make a video stop when it's embedded. I'm not sure. It's nighttime now in Minetest. So you can see that this is the Center for Digital Citizenship. I'll go inside and I'm going to check the chat here just to see if anyone has asked a question. Good. You could hear the sound on it. Wonderful. So you could hear what a student thinks about digital citizenship in the world. Okay. And it's being a little tricky to go from Minetest to Zoom and my screen, but I'll continue. See if you can see my screen here. Okay, share. Continue. Nope, that's not Minetest. I'll stop.
Yes, it is, Val. It is Minetest.
It is, but I can't
Yep.
go into it. I can't go
Oh.
into it. I can't. Okay, now I can. Okay, it gets tricky. All right, so what I want to do, this is where you are, and I don't know if any of you in Zoom are in Minetest. If there's anyone in Zoom that's in Minetest, can you speak up so that I can help get you where I am? Because I can't see if there's anyone in Zoom that's actually in Minetest. Allow them to have their mics, Nellie, because I would love to hear people be able to talk while I'm sharing this. Okay. I'm going to go up here and see the chat. Okay. I'm looking to see who's in Zoom and if anybody is in Minetest. I know that there are some people who may have a Minetest account that are in Zoom. Please speak up and let me know if you're in Minetest, and I will take you to where I'm located right now. Each time I go into Zoom, it freezes my screen though, but okay, I'll go back.
I'm logging in, Val. This is Ellie.
Oh, okay,
But
great.
I had to reinstall, so it's taking me a bit.
Oh, yes, there's, and that's a good point. With many of these metaverse applications, including the ones for kids, constant upgrades. So when you come into the world, sometimes it takes you a little while. There's a, upgrade 7.6. And so I'll show you a little lookout tower here that takes you to this sustainability virtual library, and it's called Selby Evans Lookout Point. And there's a bridge over here. There's so many things that kids can create here. The sustainable library is across the water. As I said, the first thing that kids want to build is their own home. And that's the first thing that educators will want to build also. And then they can think about what project they want to work on. The students here wanted to build a home, and then they also wanted to learn crops and learn about animals. And so I'm going to go back to the Virtual World Education Consortium headquarters so that if Ellie comes in, I can show her some of the tools here. Sustainability is something that's embedded in learning here, because you learn about mining. And as you mine the earth, you don't want to strip it of everything. You want to replant trees, for example. The kids replant the trees. They learn not to mess up other people's areas. They learn about farming. Right here, you'll see some cows in a pen. You learn about animals. You learn that you do not want to take all the crops and not leave any for other people. Here's our VWEC garden that the students first learn about. How to garden, and I'll show you while Ellie's logging in. You can come over here and you just can chop down some tomatoes. See, taking tomatoes. I just earned $5 for doing that. But while I'm taking these tomatoes here, which you have to eat because it's a game, you don't want to take all of them and leave none for anyone else in our consortium. So I'm going to replant them. See me, I'm planting tomatoes. The students here learn about their inventory. And just like in Minecraft, you go into your inventory and you can see my food. I have blueberries, potatoes, corn, seeds for wheat. All of these things are in one of my bags. I have snow. That's how we built the gigantic snowy mountain. Snowballs. A bucket of water. We have all kinds of tools. We have a protector block. you learn to protect some of your content so someone doesn't accidentally destroy it. And the students learned then that we don't want to harm other people's property. That's part of being a good digital citizen. I'm going to check the chat and see if anyone. Someone's saying, wow, it's a little like Farmville. There are so many games online like Farmville where you learn about planting and things like that. The best part about Minecraft and Minetest is you can embed your curriculum into it. And for me as a librarian, embedding digital citizenship was really important because a lot of people do not understand how to teach it, especially at a young age. So I wanted to include it in gamification to make learning digital citizenship fun. And I have a research article on that, on how kids can build in a virtual world and learn to be good digital citizens. I'm going back to the Minetest, and you'll see that Becky is here. Now I'm going to go, here's Becky Adams. I'm glad someone else is here so I can show you how to teleport over to the snowy mountain. So Becky's going to follow me. I believe you must have set your home. She must have set her home here. It's important to set your home right here at the Virtual Worlds Education Consortium. Otherwise, you're going to be lost and you won't be able to find each other. So since the last time Becky was here, I learned a lot. I learned to create my own teleporter right here. And I'm going to take her over to the snowy mountain where you just saw a child go down under. Oh, and here's Sue Moon. Maybe she'll follow us. Okay. See if she will. Okay. She's going to come over here and follow us. And maybe we can all go to the snowy mountain. Maybe if I type that up here. To type something, you hit a T for type. I'm going to say, let's teleport to the snowy mountain. Okay, see if they know. Now you come over here to the teleporter and you're going to right click on it and you'll see you can go to all these places, the Center for Digital Citizens, the Sustainable Virtual Library. Over here on the right, Snowy Mountain. I'm going to back up and let them go ahead and see if they find it. Okay, back up a little bit. Go for it. Why don't you head to the Snowy Mountain and I'll meet you there. Just walk right up to the teleporter, right click and choose Snowy Mountain. Looks like Becky went there. Now we'll see if Sue Moon can. Okay. It's different than Second Life. I can't send an instant message to Sue Moon. So during our Minetest Club Saturdays, we meet on Discord for voice so that we all can find each other in these virtual worlds. So I'm going to type one more time to see if she can find me. Okay. 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 So I'm going to tell her, she's texting me. Back channel again. I'm going to say, go to the teleporter and head to Snowy Mountain. And head to Snowy Mountain. We have to find ways to back channel. So I'm showing her just by a text. And I'll see if she can find us. Okay, so I'm going in.
Val, Elizabeth is asking how to get to where you are.
Oh, yes, I will put on Zoom. I'll teleport you here. You can see Becky's already down here in the Snowy Mountain. Why don't you walk up here? Just walk over here into the snow. Okay, just walk into the snow, hang out for a minute, and I will put in Zoom how to get to this location. And I've got some tips right here. You're going to type a letter T, and then you're going, just like it says right here, I'll put it in the Zoom chat. Type a letter T, and then you'll see a blinking cursor. Then you're going to type the following, /TPR space Valibrarian. You can just copy from Zoom. The /TPR stands for teleport request, space Valibrarian. I'll put a little more about that, okay, in the local chat. Okay. And now I'll go back to Minetest and see if, oh good, Sue Moon made it here too. So this snowy mountain, as you can see, here's the ice rink that the little boy was talking about. You actually slip around on it. It's made out of ice. And if you two follow me down past the teleporter this way, go down the stairs, you'll go into the room where the kids are writing the questions and the answers about digital citizenship. Now, they're not finished. but you heard a child's voice talking on these books. If you left click on the book, it will open. Like I'll left click on this one. Oops, I ate a tomato. You have to have nothing in your hand. There's the book. Okay. If you have nothing, you see I have nothing in my hand. I left click, I open the book, right click. This one is digital footprints. Don't sneak bad stuff. And this is from a 7-year-old. Don't sneak bad stuff because you will get caught. You will leave footprints. And technically, it is like you are stuck in quicksand and you are on repeat. Now, as he gets a little older, he may change that and revise it to make it a little bit more understandable to others. How are you leaving digital footprints on social media, on YouTube comments, on all the places where you go in digital culture? That's what these are about, all of these elements. And you heard him say in the video here on number 8, what about screen time? You need to take breaks. Some of the moms give their kids limits, like you can have 20 minutes of screen time or an hour of screen time or whatever. And it's like, why? Why are we limiting our screen time? We want them to understand why, that it's a personal responsibility. It's not just because your mom doesn't want you to have fun. You know, there's a reason for these concepts, and that's why they're down here in this area. Now, if you guys walk back out, now if you crash and you die here, you're going to go to spawn, you'll need to teleport back to me and send another teleport request. Oh, I wasn't watching if anybody sent me a teleport request. Let me go to Zoom chat and see. I don't see a chat. If someone asks me for a teleport request, I'll look. So I want to see if I can get these two to come up to another spot. Climb on up the little stairs here, back up out this door.
Sorry, I can't climb.
Yeah.
I can't remember how to climb.
Spacebar is jump. Nope. Walk with a W and spacebar to jump. So W spacebar, and you'll make it up the steps. And I'm going to go the easy way so you guys don't have to climb a ladder and fall off and die. Okay, so follow me out this door into the forest. Okay, we're going to go out the door right into the forest. Let's see, I don't know if I want to go that. I'll go this way. Don't fall off, you'll die. See where I'm standing? If you die, that's okay. You can teleport to me. We're going to walk over here, but watch where you're going because there's a drop off. Okay. Oh, you know what? We can teleport somewhere. Let's see. Where do I want to take you guys? Let's go over to the castle and then we'll teleport somewhere. It's dark, so be careful. W, and it's kind of hard to walk in the dark. There's so many places I could take you. It's kind of hard to decide where I want to take you. So what I might do is just take you home. I think all of you have a home right by VWEC, but we'll let you traipse through the forest first in the dark. So if you pan up, you can see kids love castles. So as they're building and learning this environment, the facilitator, who is the educator, can have the criteria for them to embed content, math, science, history, whatever. The three of us are standing outside this castle, but let's teleport home. I'll show you how to do that. Oh, is anybody asking for a TP? When you go to your inventory, you'll see this little green arrow right here to go home, a red arrow to set home. Let's go home to the VWEC consortium because there I can see where you want to go. Let's just go home. Oh, my home is not there. My home is my own house, but I'll go around back to the consortium. These teleporters you create, and that's another skill for kids to learn. I'm going to the headquarters and they'll meet me here. Okay, there's Becky, and Sue Moon should be on her way going home as well. All right, so I'm going to look at chat. Did anybody else come into Minetest? I don't see anybody in chat asking for a TP here, but feel free to use voice and ask if you would like one. And we'll wait and see if Sue Moon gets here, and then I'll take you somewhere else. I'm trying to illustrate for all of you the power of what all a child can learn here. Besides computer coding, building, there's another game in Minetest. This one is a mode where there's no monsters. It's for teachers to build and embed their serious content. And here comes Sue Moon. She's right over here. Sue Moon likes to live by the library, so let's see if she can find us. She's coming. I'll go a little closer. Here she comes. She sees me. So she's not in Zoom because she couldn't get in for some reason, but she'll follow us. So the world that has the monsters is really fun, but it sort of takes the kids away from what it is we're trying to teach them. Where in this one, we can give them assignments that are fun. And right behind, let's go over here. I'll show you Somni's little house. Somni is a little girl in Italy. No, not Italy. She's in Ireland. This is very global. And I'll show you her house that she's built. So walk right back up here, past the garden. Let me see where her house is, right up here, through the garden. Okay, this is her house. And she built what I think is really cute. She built a little game here called the Forever Ride. If you hop on her little train, it just keeps going around and around and around in a circle. It's kind of cute. And she built this little house. And if you look over here in her house, she's caught some turtles. I'll go back here so you can see her little turtles down here. I'll get around here. See her turtles down there in the garden? They're just living down here. She's got a turtle. And there's her house over here. And back behind her house, she's got her animals and a well where she's learning just basic life skills. You know, the animals need water. The farm, you have to have water for your crops. She's caught a horse. She's given them names. And see, she's got her horses here with names. And then a little further back, you can see another child's house with a mailbox. Now, these two talk to each other and leave each other messages. This one is Ezio's house. He leaves messages for the little girl in Ireland. And behind his house, you'll see he too has some water areas, some animals back here, and then a teleporter to the consortium and what they call the teacher place. That's what the kids like to call it. So there's a balance here between giving the kids the freedom to explore, learn this game where they can make anything, but also embed serious content. I'll show you how they make things. I'll go to my inventory. This is your crafting grid. And let's say I wanted to make that little well that she made. I'll type in well. And look, here's how to make a well. You need wood, a tree, you need some sticks, and you need some buckets. And then here's another well, a water well. You're going to need these things. So you can create anything here. You can create all kinds of tools, create things out of metal. But let's go back over to the consortium so that if you choose to come here, the first thing you'll need to do is set your home to the consortium so we can help you. So walk back over to this teleporter. And I'm going to tell Sumu we're going back to VWEC. This teleporter should take you to the VWEC headquarters. Back to VWEC headquarters. Right, so you just left click, and it's the first one, VWEC headquarters. Okay. Becky and Sumoon should be here shortly. I don't see anyone in chat asking me for more directions. Feel free in Zoom to ask.
There are two. There are Elizabeth is asking and Maya.
Okay, then let me go into, great. Let me
They're
go
asking
into
how
the
to
chat.
get to, they're there. They're
Okay.
asking how to get to the headquarters.
Okay, so they need to type this T to get the text up, and then /TPR space Valibrarian. You might have done it before and I just didn't notice. I'll wait right here and notice. Okay. Okay, so let's wait and see if I get and it might have been that my Zoom controls were in the way. Let me move them. Okay. Okay. Now I'll see, continue. I'm looking at my screen, and at the top, I might see a teleport request, and I will teleport them here. It's /space /TPR space Valibrarian. Took me a while to figure that out. So don't forget the /. And we'll wait and see if we can all gather right here at the headquarters. and set your home right here so that when you come back on a Saturday morning when we're learning this educational part of the game, we can help you. I don't see a teleport request yet. And if I'll type it up here, the T, see how when I typed a T, a little cursor came up. And then you type in T, you type in /
I'm
TPR space.
hello. Val,
Yes.
I can't find that space. So therefore I'm at a place that says start game, join game, content about.
Oh,
I
yes.
sent you a screen, a
Okay,
screenshot.
I forgot to tell you which server we're on. Okay, it's a lot to learn. When you're first going to a server, the one we're in is called Blocky. Let me get that name of it for you. It's called Blocky. Let's see. That's the name of the server. I'm going in to see the name of it. Minetest tips.
Isn't it Blocky Survival?
Survival.
it?
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you the wrong name. If you even just type in Blocky, it should come up. Right in the green bar, type in Blocky, and then you'll be able to register and come in. That was the step that you were missing. Okay, we'll wait here while you're doing that. And normally when you're bringing students in, we do all of this up front to get them all here. The point for Zoom today, for the Virtual Worlds MOOC, was for you to see what it looks like, but also to see from the child's perspective how they can learn serious content, not simply learn how to come in and build something and kill a tree monster. Nothing wrong with tree monsters, they're fun, but that's not what we're here to teach. So that's the point. We want to be able to bring in educational content. Most virtual games are mostly about fighting. Level up after you kill the big boss. Level up after you fight. Is that what we want for our digital citizens? Maybe sometimes, but not all the time. Not all the time. We want to teach them about digital citizenship. So we'll see if she can download Blocky and get in. And when you get into Blocky, you'll be at a place called Spawn. But I'm going to walk over here just to show for the camera some other places. I want to show you what it's like to go mining. First you have to chop down these trees. You've got to get leaves for fuel and wood for fuel and wood to build your house. But you also need to get minerals. You need to get ores, iron, and precious metals. So I'll take you all to a cave, a salt cave. So right here, the salt cave deep opening, I'll text Sue Moon and let her know, and then we'll go there. Once you're in Blocky, I can teleport you over, but you have to get in. There's lots and lots of worlds. And this one is the one that we chose because there's no monsters in it. Although we are going to another one, there's 2 that we go to. So, and we meet every Saturday morning. So, and it's much easier when we're meeting on Discord where we're not filming for the MOOC. The idea today was not to get people in here. The idea was just to show it to you. Just to show it to you.
Can I jump in just a second
Forget
as
it.
well?
Yes.
So this is Becky, Ellie. My students were able to navigate this fairly easily. Some of them have been in Minecraft, and I have pre-service teachers, so education students. I am extremely frustrated with it. It is making me crazy every time I'm in here, but they actually found it fairly easy, just so you know. So I think it's just different what our experiences are. After you've been in a virtual world like Second Life, it is very different, and the controls are so different. That's just my experience, just to help you.
Absolutely. Yes. And I was a total beginner myself. And now I totally see the potential, and the kids guide me. They learned how to tame the animals. I didn't. It's so intuitive to children. So, but we meet at the same time on Saturdays, but on Discord, so we can walk right through and screen share to troubleshoot. So the goal today, as I said, was not to make everybody come in and learn it, just to see what it looks like and to understand why we're here. Because the kids are already here. but they're mostly slaying the zombies and killing the tree monsters. So I think we should go to the deep salt cave so you can see it. And maybe when you do come in successfully, it's called Salt Cave Deep Opening. And this is
But
way,
Val, I
Uh-huh.
don't know how to ask to allow my avatar to go in. That's the missing link. Like, I don't know how to ask the person I'm supposed to ask to let a Pollyanna in.
Yes, and I don't have access to that either because I didn't have to ask access for that. But for me, it's once I downloaded it, I just had to go find Blocky Survivor. Do you see it? And we can share screens after this recording so that we share screens so I can see exactly what your screen looks like. We do that on Discord or on whatever tool we decide.
I tried getting into Discord too, but I don't know what I'm looking for
Oh
on
yeah,
there
we
either.
can't do it on Discord and Zoom at the same time. That's why
No,
I'm just
I
showing.
know.
Yeah, so that's why we're not really troubleshooting all of it today because it's so hard to do that and record it on Zoom. We're just here to show you what the potential is. And then, as I said, we're here every Saturday morning to get people started. And you can see here, this goes way, way, way down. And when you're mining in here, you find diamonds, gold, all kinds of precious minerals. And it's a gigantic cave that the kids can go to. Let's see if I show you how they mine. You just mine like this. You get sand, all kinds of things that kids can mine. And let's see where we were there. And we've got about 15 more minutes. So in a minute, there's the way back up, okay, to the teleporter. If you come up here, I made these little, those little torches just to get back up to the teleporter. See if you guys, and for most kids, they're familiar with games like the W, S, A, and D keys to walk, the space bar to jump. But I will have to mention at this point, most kids are playing their games on mobile devices. They don't have big graphics computers like people who are in worlds like Second Life. But they're very small, the games that they play. So it's interesting to think about how the metaverse is going to evolve with mobile devices as well as, computers. So the W key will take you all back up here if you guys want to come up. See if you can follow me and just jump up this way. Once you get up here, it'll take you right up to the top. And you can see for adults, climbing these steps is difficult. I'll make a ladder while they're trying to get the steps. But for kids, it's really not difficult at all. They automatically, here, I'll give you guys a ladder. To do the ladder, you just use the space bar and the W. Try coming up the ladder and then the steps, okay? Okay, there's Sue Moon. They're navigating the difficult jumps, okay. Spacebar for the ladder. Let's see if Sue Moon gets up. Maybe I'll make her some more steps. Okay, she's getting there. See if I can give her some more steps here. I'll give her a piece of sand, a couple of pieces of sand. Oh, I don't have any more sand. Let's see what else I got. Piece of granite. I'll try to get her up there. Okay, let's see if she can jump on that. We're trying to get her up the stairs. Yeah, put this up here. Okay, so Moon, try walking over here. And see, she can't hear, so I'm just trying to help her get over here. Come up here. Okay, I think she can make it. Follow me. Here she comes. Up the steps. Okay. All right, back to the teleporter. Any other questions? And I'm sorry about the confusion that people were trying to get in today. Looks like Becky has gone somewhere. Maybe back to headquarters. Let's look at our other choices. We also could go to the sustainability virtual library. That might be a good choice, so I can show you that. It's just sustainable virtual library. I'm working with a teacher in Turkey who's going to be doing a conference on sustainability. How can the kids learn sustainability here? Well, let's check out the sustainable virtual library. And look, Becky beat me there. It's not that hard. She beat me there. What is sustainability? Well, we can learn about things. Here's a little library. We can learn about our recycling center. Look, Sumu made it here too. We can go out the front door and it's getting nighttime. You can see up on top, I'll climb up on top, there are solar panels. Kids can learn about sustainability in the physical world. Here's some solar panels on top. And to build those, you can see I typed in solar panel, and here's how you build it. You have to find a silicon lump. So there's all of this content that they are learning and building that relates to the physical world, but is fun in the virtual world. And over here by the sustainable library, there is, I think I made a place to show that we don't want to chop all these trees down. So we made a nature preserve, a VWEC nature preserve. What if we just chop all these trees down and just make this barren, horrible landscape? You can embed all of those ideas right here in the game. Nature preserves. They can build a tree house. Here's a tree house. It's kind of hard to go up because you have to get right in front of the ladder and then hit your space bar. Let's just go up in the tree house and take a peek out across the land. We'll go up here, tip top. You can see in the distance, there's the library over there in the distance. There's the castle that the kids helped build in the distance. And we're way up top at night. So any other questions in Zoom? We've got about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, Val, can you change from night to day or
No, you cannot.
can't?
You can't. Now, when you go to sleep, here's a bed. I'm going to go to sleep. Okay. It looks like 16 players are in the game right now. You can see it says 1 of 16. If I'm the only player, I can change it to morning, but you can't when there are a lot of players here. You have to, but it just happens while we're here, it may change to daytime, and you can see night. In the game, if we left and went to the other world we go to at night, zombies, tree monsters, ghosts, they all come out at night. It's very spooky, but the kids love it because they build their little house. They're safe in there. And it helps teach them the difference between a role play game and a digital citizenship virtual world where I am who I am. I think that's important, especially as we move with AI, where kids may be able to not understand what things are written by humans, who are humans and who are robots, who are AI bots and non-player game characters that can speak in human voices. We want to be able to tell the difference. We want to understand what makes us human, what makes us a good citizen in the virtual world and in the digital, in the physical world. Now, if you jump down here, you may die, but you can try just jumping down to a low branch or going down the ladder. See that little red splatter means I only have 2 breads and a few hearts left, so I'm going to eat a few tomatoes. There's Andrea. She made it here, even though this is very tricky at first. We should go back over to the headquarters, follow me across the bridge so she can set her home there. Or we could go inside and just teleport. Let's do that. Walk back in here, everybody. We're going to go back to the VWEC headquarters, and I'll tell Sue Moon. And that's where she's going to set her home. So if you come back, we will be able to find each other. This is the headquarters, and I'll tell Sue Moon. I feel very successful that we have one person who made it, who made it in, and you've learned a bit, hopefully, about why we're here. Does anybody have any comments about why we would want to teach kids digital citizenship here?
Well, for one thing, that's where they are, right? And I think it's wonderful for young learners to be able to go through something like this. And by the way, I think Elizabeth mentioned that her son stopped Minecraft. It usually happens around the age of 14, 15 when they stop with Minecraft and they go to other games like Fortnite or Roblox.
Yes, and Roblox is the most popular in the world now, but I know my daughter-in-law doesn't want her child in Roblox because there's just too much nonsense going on there. It's really hard to close them down. I looked for educational spaces there, and the first two that I came to was the cafeteria lady from hell, and and then some crazy weird teacher. There are some educational spaces there. Beautiful rainforest, a computer history museum, but the worlds that kids are building, there you can run into a lot of strangers. We want to teach them digital citizenship first, then allow them to explore some of these worlds where lots and lots of people are. And so I agree. 13 and up, maybe for Roblox, not kindergartners. This is the world. The little boy that you heard was a 7-year-old. The little girl who taught me how to tame the animals, she's a 9-year-old. So this is like a K-5 world to teach digital citizenship. It looks like Andrea and Becky are still over there. And we teleported to the VWEC headquarters. If you go into a teleporter, you can teleport here to set home. Okay, here comes Becky. And you choose VWEC.
I fell into the water. I don't know how to get out.
Oh, okay. Type another request for teleport. That's why we have to teach them really young, because they can go around parents and teachers. They have to be personally responsible for their digital citizenship. That's number one. But to your point about it's too hard, same thing with Second Life. I had to learn Second Life on my own time. None of my educator friends nor the administrator bought into it, but I understand the value and I can teach other teachers. Same thing with this. Teachers are going to have to learn this on their own time. And I brought my kids in the school library into this to build a digital citizenship game myself, because you have to learn a little bit of it first, or your students can teach you, but you have to embed the controls of how to keep them on task. So they're not just slaying zombies. Give them specific goals, but make it fun. And then it will pay off. But it isn't easy because, as you say, you have to learn a little bit of it first and then let them help teach you as you go. But that's why I'm here today, to show you that we can teach you the basics. What we're thinking about for kindergarten to 5th grade, move up to Roblox, but all of these metaverse worlds are evolving. So we'll just, we explore them. And the only way to keep up with how they're evolving is all of us together, exploring together. That's why we're at the MOOC. And that's why the Virtual Worlds Education Consortium is here to help. So if you want to bookmark this place, look at my screen. Here's how you bookmark. This is my inventory. And we're at the headquarters. See this little, if you go, for you, it's going to be I for inventory. Hit the I key. Do you see inventory? And your inventory, a box will come up like this. You won't have as many things in it as I do, but a box will come up. And then you want to set your home here by hitting that little red arrow, and you'll hear a little ding. And then your home is right here at the Virtual Worlds Education Consortium. Let me know if that makes sense.
Val, how do I get into the inventory? I cannot.
For you, probably, I'll go into my controls and see. Here, controls, change keys. Your key, I have E for inventory. Yours is probably letter I. So just hit letter I, and this box will come up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now down here, look for the little house with the red arrow. Click on it, and that will set your home right here.
Good.
So the next time you come back here, this will be your home. And if you come back next Saturday at 11:30, I can meet you here.
Okay, great.
Only thing is the closing of the MOOC is next Saturday too. So we might have to cut it a little short because we don't want to miss that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And
I-
keep
I-
in touch. And yes, and we will continue to learn together.